Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Bizchicks TV. This is the place for tips, tools, strategies, and everything you need to take the hassle out of your hustle so you can build a profitable business that's fun to run. Today is Tuesday, and that means the digital diva herself is in the house. Terry Johnson, online from New York City, right here with us. We got some really great information for you today regarding digital marketing and social media. So strap on your seat belts, get your pen and paper, put your chair in its upright position, and let's get ready to learn some things. TJ, take it away.
Hello, everybody. How are you this wonderful week? Let me get a little sip of water. This is going to be a good discussion. And it's called what did I call it? The follow is dead question mark. Now, we were supposed to do this last week. We had a little scheduling problem, but it worked out because something happened. I discovered a video. I'm always looking at, we talked about recent teas and we talked about the pink sauce. I'm seeing these things as we need to see them. So I saw a video yesterday and it plays into why I'm taking the question mark off of and it's supposed to be, is the follow dead? Follow. That means, we've had discussions where people are upset because they have so many followers and Instagram in particular is not showing their posts to all of the followers. So that's what I'm saying. Is the follow dead? Question mark. But now I'm taking the question mark off because of this video. So let me bring it up. Okay. So this one, there's something going on. We got to talk about it. Let's see. Do I have it? Do I have it? Yes. Okay, so I have it. And so this is TikTok. And this is a young lady. Her name is Mary the Siren or Mary the Siren or something. I don't know how she pronounces it. But I want to play this one video.
Good afternoon. It's a great day at Chick-fil-A. And today we're going to be going over our new cherry berry drink. I bought all of these beverages myself. Here is my mobile order ticket under my pseudonym River. These are all of my beverages. We have the lemonade, the sweet tea, the Sunjoy, and the frosted. Let's get into it. Our cherry berries will be super refreshing, and the cherries are cherry, blueberry, and cranberries, I think.
Yeah, I can pause it. Okay, so she works at Chick-fil-A.
Mm-hmm.
Young lady, she's 22. She's so excited, bubbly. What she does on her channel is she works there, and during her lunch break, she gets an employee discount. She tries the meals, does a video on them. She's kind of like the female. What is that? Okay, something is dropping in. Oh, okay. I think it's my cat. It just scared me. She, when you have a pet, they just come around whenever, and it throws you off. So she did these videos on her own during her lunch break. She shows the receipt. She paid for it with an employee discount, whatever. So I believe on her channel, let me go back. Yeah, she has 3.7 million likes. She's 22 years old, and then she's got her Gmail. Now, okay, so that's cute. Like, she's got all these videos where she, she's at Chick-fil-A. She's loving it. She's got her uniform on, and she's, she's Gen Z doing her thing. Now, there's a video here, and I'm going to play this.
Good evening. It's a great day at Chick-fil-A, and today I'm going to be talking about why I will no longer be posting Chick-fil-A food reviews. If you're new here, hi, my name is Mary or Mary the Siren. And for the last, I'd say 4 months since January, every day I went to work at Chick-fil-A, I have been reviewing my employee meal. Since I started in January, I have garnered tens of millions of views. Some of my individual videos getting up to 3.4 million in just a few days. And it's been a beautiful experience. It's been so great. I've inspired people to try new things at Chick-fil-A. I've been able to connect more with my community and the people that I serve because they see my videos. I've been able to see people make videos based on my videos. And oh my gosh, has it just been a crazy experience. I'm so thankful for all the support and the love that I have gotten. In these last 3 months, I gained 50K followers. I mean, it has just been a whirlwind. But with that being said, like I said earlier, I will no longer be doing Chick-fil-A videos. Right after my last video, the cherry berry video, hit 2 million views, I was reached out to by Chick-fil-A upper management and PR to let me know that my videos actually break a rule in our employee handbook. I do want to make clear that this rule was in place before I ever started making Chick-fil-A videos. And unfortunately, Chick-fil-A is not willing to make an exception for me or collab with me in this case. I want to make clear that this is not a punishment. It wasn't that I did something wrong in my videos or said something in my comments that caused them to say no more videos. This was something that they didn't know I was doing, apparently, Chick-fil-A PR. And it was already in the handbook. So this isn't a punishment or something I did wrong and now I have to stop making videos. I just want to make that clear. Chick-fil-A PR actually mentioned that they love my videos. They really enjoyed them. They found them funny and engaging. And they love how much I love Chick-fil-A brand. But again, they're just not willing to collab at this time. I know a lot of you are wondering, Miriam, how do you feel? And honestly,
Okay,
I
so
feel like
I'm gonna pause it because what happens? Chick-fil-A tells her to stop making her lunchtime videos on her lunch hour when she paid for her own meal because it is against the rules or something. Whatever it
Company
is.
against
Company
company policy.
against company policy to talk about the meal and how happy you are. I don't understand it. Okay, so this is Chick-fil-A. Now, what do you think happens with this young lady?
Oh, she probably going, but oh, she gonna go to a new spot.
Here at Shake Shack, showcasing their chicken stack sandwich.
Who
Wow,
is this?
very juicy.
Oh, the
Shake Shack
Shake
has a
Shack.
chicken sandwich. Shake
Shake Shack,
Shack,
come on over here.
Shake Shack said, come on over here with the 3.7 million likes because we understand what's going on with Gen Z. Plus, here's the kicker. She did this on a Sunday. Why is that significant?
Because Chick-fil-A is closed on a Sunday.
Boom. So let's get into the comments. The comments are hilarious. Ooh, Chick-fil-A dropped the bag and Shake Shack picked it up, grabbed it, love to see it, love it for our girl. And then she's got James Charles, he's a big makeup influencer. I know he does makeup, but he's like a big influencer, like everywhere. So he came in and said yes on a Sunday too. And she said clock it. That's her signature. When she and all her, I didn't watch all her videos, but she says clock it. It's a Gen Z thing. But she says clock it. So she's in here saying clock it. Posted on a Sunday, making moves, Mary. Clock it, friend. I feel you. Antibiotic free. Now, why they bring that up is because Chick-fil-A was supposed to be antibiotic free for years, and now I think last month or something, a story came out and said they were kind of antibiotic free, that they changed their chicken process or something. So what do we think here? So on this caption, she went to at Shake Shack and tried their chicken shack, and you can too. Every Sunday in April, you can get a free chicken shack with $10 minimum purchase using code Chicken Sunday. Okay, so let's let it play.
Juicy chicken patty on here that's antibiotic. Clock it. We also have some lettuce on here and some nice pickles. Look at that sandwich. The crazy part is Shake Shack is doing a promo now where every Sunday for the rest of April that you spend $10, you get a free chicken shack. With that, let's get into the video. Okay, let's get a look at that sandwich with no wrapping. Look at how thick this patty is, y'all. Okay, so they gave me a plate.
Okay, so I'm gonna stop it because her videos are kind of long. All right, so let me close this. I will. I can bring it back up, but I just want to remove it because I want to get into the discussion. Dr. Tati is here. Hello, Linda. Hey, Linda's here. Good to see you. Good to see you.
I was thinking about Linda just yesterday. Good to see you, Linda.
Yeah.
Hey, Dr. Tachi. Okay, so
Dr. Tati says every Sunday take that Chick-fil-A. I saw this video yesterday and I just got really excited. Because Chick-fil-A dropped their culture is old school. That's the truth. I don't know how else to put it. Old people, old school, they make lots of money. They don't really care. Chick-fil-A is new school as far
What
as
do you mean?
marketing and customer service and giving the customers what they want and they care about the customer.
You mean
Somebody's smart. Go ahead.
Burger Shack, right?
No, Shake Shack.
Shake Shack.
Right.
But okay, so Shake Shack is the up
Shake
and
Shack picked
coming.
up the ball.
Okay.
So Shake Shack is progressive. That's their brand, progressive. They are popular with Gen Z. They keep their eye on the ball. Somebody on social media team was watching this play out because it played out quickly. Now that's another part of things like this. You have to jump on them quickly. Old company or older management, and we talked about that a lot. They don't see the value of Gen Z and what they're doing. Oh, those kids are always on TikTok, just making those stupid dance videos and that, not knowing that this is media. That's why I said this is media now. This is where it is. We talked about a little bit on Friday about media and TV, but this is where it is as far as social media and marketing. The social media team at Shake Shack said, "Hey, get this girl, get her as an influencer. Let's pay her. Let's blah 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 blah. Let's get." And the deals happen really quickly. You can see with Risa Tisa, the things happen really quickly on social media. Okay, um, and hey, Mark brings in this point very good. Shake Shack probably isn't homophobic either. Just saying, you have a point, and that's what I'm saying. That Shake Shack, their brand, their mo, the way that they move, especially on social media, is they are progressive. They keep up with the times. They have a younger thinking team. Chick-fil-A is like, I've seen the pictures of the people that own it, and I'm like, okay, they're like 70s. It's in the South. I'm not putting the South down. I'm just saying that there are some things that are still happening there. The company doesn't really care because of what they told her. Please stop making these videos. That's what they told her. Let's go back. I want to bring up her. I want to bring up her TikTok again, so we can look at her profile.
So they told her, please stop. She got 112.7 thousand followers with
Okay.
3.7 million likes.
Yes.
And they told her to stop making videos, good videos about their food.
Please stop making videos. It's against company policy.
Does she still work there?
No.
Oh,
No.
okay.
Look at her. Okay, look at her videos. Red, 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 which is Chick-fil-A uniform, red, 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 and then black, 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 black. You can see the line of demarcation. Okay. That's why I played this video.
Good afternoon. It's a great day at Chick-fil-A, and today we're going to
This one. She got like 3 million views on it or something. Let me go back. 3.4 million views. That was her last Chick-fil-A. Then her next video was 2.6 million. This is climbing because this is the video that everybody is sharing. This one.
Good evening. It's a great day at Chick-fil-A, and today I'm going to be talking about why I will no longer be posting Chick-fil-A food reviews.
This one I saw somewhere else. So this one is being shared outside of TikTok. It's gotten more views because when I saw this yesterday, it was not 2.6 million. People are sharing this, and I think I saw this. I think Dryer Bros shared this somewhere, and I'm like, look at Dryer. She shared it because she lives in Georgia, and I saw that, and I was like, well, what's going on? So then I looked back her previous video. This is the one she's going to lunch. She shows her receipt. It's on her lunch break. She's not doing it during work hours. She's doing it on lunch break. She's buying Chick-fil-A food. She's paying for it out of her pocket. And they still had a problem with it. Please stop sharing. I don't know. Okay. I'm like, what's going on? I don't understand this. But I went to look at Chick-fil-A. I looked it up. I was like, okay. I saw the CEO founders or whatever. And I'm like, no. I see why they told her to stop. Chick-fil-A dropped the ball. Shake Shack picked it up. And now her latest video, 1 million views today. This one says 1 million. I expect that to be a lot more. Shake Shack is happy. Whatever they pay her, this influencer for whatever video, this one video, there'll be more. There'll be more. It's worth it to Shake Shack to pay her whatever they pay her, because the return they're going to get on this investment with her, because one, this story is growing, it's going to get bigger, people are coming over. And honestly, I'm going to say, look at her. She's young, she's pretty, happy, bubbly, cute, all the things that an advertiser wants, a brand, a company wants.
And she's bringing all her friends.
Yes, 22 years old. Gen Z.
She got 113.3 thousand friends that she's bringing with her.
Okay, so let's talk about that, because we're talking about follows. That's not the most important number here. It's never going to be the most important number going forward on any social media platform. The follow is dead. What's important is those likes. What's important is the comments. What's important is that it was shared outside of TikTok. I have TikTok. I don't go to it all the time. I only go to it when, let me check my account. Or, like I said, I was someplace else. I was on another social media platform. Somebody I followed shared this. I mean, I would have seen it anyway because of the way the algorithm went. But I was like, okay, this is somebody I know. I was like, what is this going? What's happening? Investigated, went to her TikTok. Boom. Here we are. Here we are. A perfect storm. Let's get into the comments. Let me get this off of the screen. And Dr. Tachi got a big one here. Can you read that? Well,
yeah, she said exactly. The biggest problem with Chick-fil-A is their support of organizations that are anti-LGBTQIA plus. This means they're also anti-any diversity. Not a good look for a company serving the public.
Mm-hmm.
And then Dr. Tachi also says that she's going to be talking about this on Pop Gumbo.
Good.
Right. And that it's all about the engagement.
Yes. Yes. So I mean, I know you guys are going to get this. This is the thing we talk about all the time for a long time. But this is what's happening outside, because I've talked about when I'm on Threads, the complaint and is still there. Oh, nobody sees, and it's gotten so bad to where Instagram, I believe it was the Instagram business account, put up a post saying, "Stop your crying. This is how you get engagement." That got pushed back. It got so much pushback.
They said that so Instagram told us how to get engagement.
I should have screenshot. I think somebody did a screenshot. It was so bad. The pushback was so bad against Instagram that they had to go back and edit the first slide of that thing where it was, and it said something about "stop your crying" and had the crying emoji. People got so outraged and upset. How dare you? I'm like, Instagram is doing what they're supposed to be doing. You guys, they're on the trend of seeing what's happening. They don't really care because they're going to do what they want to do. You guys are sitting there crying and crying and crying, sitting in the boat that has a big hole in it, and you're crying instead of trying to get the water out of the boat and trying to figure out how to get out of the situation. You're still crying for, we want chronological. We want all, that's not happening. That's not happening. It's not about the follow. It's been that way for a long time. And I believe we talked about this when Meta, like maybe 5 years ago. I'm not sure the timeline, but we talked about how Meta, especially Facebook, was going to start showing posts of people that you don't follow. You remember that? And I said
that was a couple of years ago, and then they did it again.
Mm-hmm. They changed it again. But I said, and I got to go back and see, I said that was going to be the biggest thing ever for businesses. That was going to be the biggest help, because it wasn't about the follow. Facebook was about friends and family in that little circle. And Facebook was like, we're busting that open. It's going to be, we show you a post from somebody you don't know. And then from your reaction, we gauge how much we send of that person to you. That's how TikTok works. That's why everybody loves TikTok. That's why they was crying about the ban and my business is over, because TikTok does not go by the follow. TikTok goes by, let me show this post in the For You page. How do people engage with it? Oh, they liked it. Here's more. They didn't like it. They pull back.
Yep.
That's how it works.
Mark has a comment. He says, the only time I went viral was a blog piece that I wrote about Chick-fil-A.
Because it's because of the things that we said about Chick-fil-A. It's a hot topic. There are strong opinions for and against, a lot against, rightly so. I agree. But it's because that is why, I always talk about what's hot, what's trending, because that's the attention part of this. It's about the attention part and engagement part, not, oh, I have 30,000 followers. So what? Those could be bot followers that don't do a thing. What does that do for you? It's a metric that makes people feel good because I have 100,000 followers. So what? Do they do what you say to do when you tell them to do something? No. So to a business, that's worthless. I don't care about having 100,000 followers if the 80% are bots and they're not going to buy. I want people to buy. I want people to buy my goods and services, my products, and go to my website and do what I told them to do. That's what it's always been about.
And share it with other people. And so Mark also says Rosie O'Donnell picked it up and shared it, and boom.
There you go.
Right.
That's another part of it, the engagement sharing part of it, which is more important than the follows.
Right. And then Linda said they should be singing old school Tyrone Davis. If I could turn back the hands of time.
Oh, my aunt, that takes me back when I was a little child. My aunt loved that song.
Mm-hmm.
I know that song, Linda, because my aunt played it over and over and over and over and over and over. I know that song. So I understand what you're saying. Does everybody get what I'm trying to show you here?
Engage.
I mean, this video fell into my lap and I was like, boom, here it is, another reset. And there'll be more resetices. There'll be more this and that, because this is where the attention is with Gen Z, which goes into millennial, which goes into older millennial, which folds into Gen X, which folds into boomer town. It flows up, not down. Influence flows up, not down. And you can talk about, oh, these kids that dance, I hate this. It's not about what you like or hate. If you're a business owner, you have to go with the flow. And I'm telling you, this is the flow. And we talked about TikTok being banned. There's some things happening with that. Comes to find out that there's going to be a 12-month year, a year of they have to divest, and nothing will happen during that 12 months. So we've said what to do with TikTok. And because of the attention factor of it, it's like let's go. It's like going in the money booth, grabbing. You see on TV when they say go in the money booth, we're gonna throw the money up in the air, and whatever you grab, and when we turn it off, when you walk out, that's what you get to keep. That's TikTok. For a business owner, that's TikTok. Get in there and grab as much as you can, because you can take that money with you. You can take those people with you if you have a system. That's where I say systems save you. If you got a system, those people go with you. Not all of them 100%, but you're going to grab as much money as you can while it's flying up in the air while you're in that booth. And then the audience is like, get the money, get the money. That's what that is. That's what it is. So we need to get it while it's getting good.
Dr. Tachi says TikTok will most likely litigate if that edict comes down.
Right. So this is going to be a legal situation, and most of the time, the thing gets to run. Whatever it is gets to continue on until they make a legal decision. So that's what's going on, because I hate when they use the word ban. It's not a ban, it's divestiture. They want ByteDance to be sold from China influence to another company. While that's happening, TikTok is going to be around doing its thing. And I think we talked about this. I think I mentioned it before that when you downloaded the app, they got your stuff. And if you downloaded it 2-3 years ago, well, there you go. Not much to worry about, because, the horse is out the barn. What can you do? nothing we can do but go forward and try to, make the best of it. Let the government do whatever they're going to do, and we'll revisit this in 12 months. We'll talk about this in 12 months. So the hair pulling and the oh my god, and the this and the that, and my business is dead. I'm like, yeah. I'm tired of it. I'm really tired of talking about TikTok. Use it, don't use it, it's on you. But it will be around.
Mark said, I'll take my 70 TikTok followers with me.
So, I mean, because we talked about Lemonade, what is it, Clapper? There's places to go. But what I'm
Right.
saying is that the focus on the follow is dead. But people are still focusing on it. And I'm like, you guys are at the tail end of the dinosaur. The head has moved on. You guys are still screaming about follow. It's not about the follow. There will be more examples of this, but this is the most recent one. Risa Tisa was the one we talked about last month about the follow, because she's getting something out of it where the engagement has carried it for her towards the things that she's doing now. See, that's what I mean. So as a business, we have to look at it and say, how do we use these platforms the way that we need to in order to facilitate the customer journey to get our goals done? And it's not about the follow. It's not about the follow. And I forgot who said it. Somebody that I listened to said it. You can go to TikTok right now, start a new account, and if your content is engaging and attracting to an audience, you will grow. You will grow. Because it's not about, oh, I have 30,000 followers. No, it's about this lady here, this little girl, this young lady here, 3.7 million likes. Keith Lee was on CBS this morning last week, I believe, talking to, I'm not sure if he was talking to Gayle King or whoever, but he's on the national news, morning news, and now he's gotten more exposure. Doing what he loves. This young lady doing what she loves, doing food reviews for her employer. She was so happy, so bubbly, so up, and just infectious, that it was like Chick-fil-A saw that and go, well, these kids, I can hear them now. These kids, why don't they get off TikTok and get off the phone and do some real work? Where Shake Shack is like, that's the real work, because she's going to bring Gen Z with her. She's going to be influencers with her. She's already got one, James, I think it's James Charles. His people are going to see that. His people will see that, and it will be amplified even more. So, I'm just saying that this is where it's going. And there's lots of companies, lots of corporations that don't see it, and they're going to be the dinosaur. Chick-fil-A is going to be the dinosaur. This because of and also because of the other stuff. Now, Chick-fil-A will always sell because they have some people that will go. They will have some people that will go to Chick-fil-A because they're like, yeah, they're anti, let me give them their money. And there's a certain group, I'm not going to mention their name. That's what they love. Older people, I'm so sick of these young people on the let me go to those people. Guess what? Shake Shack is like, we don't want them anyway. They don't fit our progressive style of customer that we want coming to our restaurant. And then you could say, well, they should want everybody. Everybody's not your customer. And when you as a business know that, you target the people that are going to be attracted to what you have to say and what you have to sell. That's what it's about. That's what it's about. So, I mean, I just was getting into this and thinking about the followers dead, and it really is dead.
So here's the thing. A couple of people who have a lot of followers, but their followers are engaged.
Yes. And remember,
Mr.
we
Beast.
talked about the silent. Remember, we talked about the silent people, the lurkers, who may not even follow you. They may not click the follow button. They may not click.
They'll just buy something or go do something.
If you hit what their pain point is, what their needs are, they don't need to follow you. They bought.
Right. And so I'm thinking of Gary Vee and Mr. Beast.
Yes.
Their people engage.
Yes. They
They've
follow
got
Gary everywhere. Gary has another book coming out, I think, next month, and he's selling it. I mean, he's going on and saying, "Hey, my new book," but he doesn't have to pound the payment as hard as he did with the first book because all of those people come along with him for the ride, the customer journey, and they're like, "Oh, Gary got a new book, pre-order, because that's what he's doing now, pre-order." So what do you think happens now, a month before the book comes out? Pre-order. The publisher loves it. Amazon loves it. Gary loves everything is good. And that's because he's using what his influence from before.
And the thing about Gary Vee is he keeps in communication with all his millions of people that he talks to them all.
Yeah. He goes live. He's like, whenever I feel, he'll go live on Instagram, he'll go live on Snapchat, he'll go wherever he's like, oh, today I'll go to Twitch, I'll do a 24-hour Twitch, I'll do this. That's because he understands the power of the media where we are now. It's about that the old paradigm of you have to go to Hollywood, you want to be a star, you gotta go to Hollywood. That old from the 50s, you had to go to the soda fountain and be discovered. That kind of thing is no more. You don't have to go to Hollywood. You got a phone. Hollywood will come to you. And then that kind of thing is being dismantled anyway, because we have the strikes about AI, and AI is coming to change that world. So if they're not changing, I don't know what to tell you. And matter of fact, I think I read a story. I got to check and see that Tyler Perry was going to expand his studios in Atlanta, and he stopped because of AI. Because you're not going to need big lots and big sets with AI.
He did that once he saw Sora.
Yes. When Sora came out, he said, "Let me stop," because it was a waste. It would be a waste of money. You don't need a big, expansive set. Say you want to do something in the Sahara Desert or what? Then we need a big set with sand. Old days. You're going to go to generative AI and you're going to type in, "I need a background in Sahara Desert." You can even say the Gobi Desert. You can even say a specific desert, a specific location, because I've done that with images now. And it will show you that location. I think I did maybe a year ago. I was showing I made a car commercial like Mercedes with the background, and I changed it from like a forest to Antarctica to the desert, and it was just changing a word. And so that kind of thing, when it comes to advertising agencies, we're going to do a car commercial for Mercedes. Well, let's get a set, and let's get a sound person, let's get the makeup people, and let's get the this people, and let's get production, and let's get like 50 camera money. They don't have to do that anymore. You don't have to do that anymore. Chick-fil-A only wants people. That's it. That's it. And I say they can have it. If that's how they want to do it, fine by me. But what we're talking about is the future of the creator economy, how people are going to buy, what they're thinking, feeling, knowing where they're hanging out. All those things are important to a business owner today, because you got to know where people are. In the 80s, it was the mall. Remember that? No more. Everything's online. We have to swing with the times. You have to pivot with the times. And you have to know where things are going so you can get ready. And thank you, Linda, for saying that. Good to be alive in this time. See, I love that. That's the right attitude to have. Yes, AI sounds scary. And there's something coming that I read, and I was like, oh, that sounds scary. It's some kind of thing they're working on in Switzerland, some kind of, I don't know. But I was like, I don't have time to worry about it. Because if you worry about it, you're not going to be able to do the things you need to do right here in the now. That thing is coming. It may take 10 years. But right now, let's do what we got to do. We're going to use social media. We're going to be online. We're going to make content that connects. We're going to be like this young lady. Infectious, bubbly, excited. And it's genuine. See, that's the key. She's not an actress. In the old days, they would get an actress, right?
Right.
There's the beef.
And she was genuinely happy about her job
A
and
real
the
employee.
food they were serving, and she
Yeah,
was all down home. That every company wants that.
real
Somebody
employee.
promoting their product.
Excited. Yo.
Well, almost every company wants that.
But like we said, Chick-fil-A, they can stay where they are. They're making missteps because they don't have any young people in management to bring fresh ideas in. Because this and believe me, this antibiotic chicken thing is going to blow up in their faces, because that's what Gen Z and millennials and a lot of older people care about, what's in our food.
Mhm.
Okay. So if Shake Shack is coming around and saying, "Oh, we got this antibiotic free chicken," and over there Chick-fil-A is messing up, and I gotta pass a Shake Shack to get to Chick-fil-A, you think I'm gonna pass the Shake Shack now that they have a chicken sandwich? No. No. So this is what I mean about the thing that's happening. And you can either pay attention to it like Shake Shack, or you can ignore it like Chick-fil-A. Like we don't care. We whatever their sales is. Our customer is older. Okay. But your older customer has younger people in their lives. Your older customer, grandma and grandpa, have grandchildren. And when they come over, hey, grandma, let me show you something on TikTok. And it could be something that they like, not kids dancing. It could be something like I said, I see the lady with the squirrel. There's a guy with a squirrel.
Dr.
Okay,
Tati
yeah.
has a comment here. She says, I think the big determining factor with any of this is going to be price. Shake Shack is good, but they are bloody expensive. I wonder how much this chicken sandwich is.
I'm not sure.
I'd like to say something. Every food establishment,
yep,
has gone up in price.
Even McDonald's.
I'm like, how much did I just pay for this meal? And it wasn't like, you used to be able to get okay, I'm dating myself, but you used to get a burger, a drink.
Do they have the dollar menu anymore at McDonald's?
They have a dollar menu, but okay, you ain't getting a lot on it. The point is, it's all of it is becoming expensive. I mean, just to go through drive-through on any restaurant has been what? How much did I pay? $30 for 2 people.
Listen, there's a the brand called Slutty Vegan that they do vegan burgers and stuff, and I was so excited. It was they came to New York, Manhattan, and some other place, and then I saw the price of the burger. I was like, okay, well, I can wait.
You see, Dr. Tachi says, now McDonald's knows they need to be ashamed of themselves. With value meals is the same price as going to Cheesecake Factory. And that's what I meant was all of the fast food places, I can go to a sit-down restaurant, get service from a waiter.
For the same price.
For the same price.
Yes.
Mark got jokes. The dollar menu is now the food that's been left on the tray of customers that finished eating. Thank you, Mark.
Yeah, so everything is expensive. Five Guys their burgers, they're when you go to these burger places, you're spending $30.
And then okay, because I thought, well, I won't buy something, I'll just get a root beer because I like root beer, right? Why was that root beer like $5? I was like, whoa. A fountain root beer was $5. I was like, okay.
This is what's happening. The price, we could talk about the economy and inflation and stuff like that, but I read a story that I heard on the news that they said inflation is going to be going down within the next year, which is good news, which means that our eggs won't cost, well, my eggs cost $9 a dozen. So I don't know.
Okay, so you're if we go to Sprouts or something, it's between 6, 9. I was like, I remember a dozen eggs used to be $2. Come on, people, but
not no more. So this is what Oh, there's some more comments.
Yeah, Dr. Tachi says honestly that creator Jordan the Stallion is that has really invigorated people to make fast food
No, I
favorites
think
at
this is
home.
somebody named Jordan.
Okay,
This is
Jordan the Stallion
I haven't
has,
heard of them.
I haven't either, has really invigorated people to make fast food favorites at home.
Mm.
And Linda said in her farming community, $25 to $35 for fast food for two. That's ridiculous.
It's crazy.
And,
Okay, Jordan Howlett. Okay, go ahead. I'm sorry.
But I'm with, if you make it at home,
I make my burgers at home.
at least, yeah, you get a little bit more because you can, you buy more.
We got a New York brand, Sabret. So they had the frozen burgers. Taste good to me. I make my
I
own
was
stuff.
like, okay, it's just that we have to adjust lifestyle because everything is for convenience and for the fact that here in California, minimum wage is $20 an hour, and they're trying to figure out how to distribute
the prices
that
are gonna
cost.
go up. They have less. The workers will have less hours. Yeah, I heard of that. So we'll see how that shakes out. And see, also another thing is hard, especially if you have young children. They're gonna want to go to these places, and they don't want handmade burgers or homemade burgers. And when I was a kid, my mom was like, "You're gonna get a homemade burger."
It tastes just like McDonald's. No, it doesn't, Mom. I want McDonald's. Okay. And
yes, the Brett makes the frozen burgers.
Right. Mark said I make my Bubba burgers here. And then Dr. Tachi said I didn't even know Sabret's made burgers. I only know them for hot dogs.
In the frozen, yep. I always get a pack of the frozen hamburgers.
So I know here
turkey burgers are good too.
We don't have.
Mm-hmm.
You guys have White Castle on the East Coast. We don't have White Castle here, but we can buy them frozen from the certain grocery stores. You can buy White Castle
frozen. Mm-hmm. Then
and I was like, okay, so you technically can get whatever kind of burger you want, except for McDonald's in the store. In the grocery store.
My local corner, they have their own like private label brand, the store brand. Their burgers are good too. I just grab whatever. I was like, I just grab something. But I always get the turkey burgers. I order those on Amazon. Dr. Tati said, little did we know when we were small that we were eating like kings and queens, and McDonald's was actually struggle meals. I'm telling you, my mom was like, I'm going to make you a burger. I don't want that. I want the McDonald's processed burger.
Because everybody was going to the Golden Arches.
Yes.
You didn't have a Golden Arches bag or the little red.
I'm telling you. And back then, the fries were good. Everything was good. And I always tell the story about loving to go to church as a kid because I went to McDonald's after. Can I have Mom, can I have money for McDonald's? Because we're going to. That was the only time. Other than that, my mom was like, we're not getting cake. We're not getting this. We're not getting that. We're not getting. Very frugal. I understand. But I'm just like, well, as a kid, you're disappointed.
Linda says, a friend's children said that they grow the calf, clean after the cow, and butcher it if they don't want to eat it. And then Dr. Tachi says, honestly, it was marketing from Ronald McDonald to the Happy Meals with toys to McDonald Land. They got us with the bells and whistles.
The little plastic figurines from China. But as a kid, I didn't care about that stuff. I'm like, I want a Happy Meal with the, whatever came out that week, whatever the character or the line or the thing from the movie came out. So let's talk a little bit about the file was dead, but what do we need to do now? You need to foster meaningful connections. You have to do what this young lady is doing, what Risa Teese is doing. They are being themselves, connecting with the audience, and then a brand or a business is seeing that as far as influencer, But on the business level, we do that. But you have to let go of the fact that you're not going to get 100 million followers, because that number is arbitrary. I always say, as a business, you want people to do what you say to do. Call to action, your post, blah, 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 blah. Go to my link in bio, click this link and get blah, 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 blah. And when they do that, that's what you want.
Mm-hmm.
And the platforms are set up now to where you don't have to have 1 million followers to get 1 million people to click on something.
Nope.
Because, Mary, she has 3.7 million likes, but only 100K followers. And people will look at, well, that's wrong. No, that's right. That's exactly what it should be. Because that means the platform TikTok is showing her content to people who don't follow her. Same thing on YouTube. This happens on YouTube. It's not about the subscriber count. How many people are watching? Watch time.
Mm.
And YouTube is about the long game. And I believe Sean Cannell, Think Media, he brought up an example of a video somebody made like 12 years ago, and the thing is still making money, still bringing in the dough. So that's what it's about. The algorithms show to new people of interest. It's interest-based. Interest. Catch the interest. Not the follow.
So, TJ, I made this YouTube channel about the history of tech, right?
Yeah.
And so I did one video talking about how the microwave was made.
Yeah.
I went back in there not too long ago. There was 10,000 and something views. I was like, whoa, wait a minute.
See?
And I was like, this.
And it's tell them it's a faceless video. It's faceless.
It is definitely, it's faceless, because I wasn't getting on there talking about all that. It's a faceless video, and it's got 10,000. I haven't been over there in a
How
second.
old is the video? When did you upload it?
Last year, either
it
October.
Has it been 12 months?
It hasn't been 12 months.
Okay, so guess what? It's going to keep growing and growing and growing. Why? Because YouTube shows it to people, not your subscribers.
Right.
All these people twisting their necks and asking for subscribers on YouTube, you're wasting time. Make videos that people want to see, that they connect with, because that is what YouTube is tracking. Instagram tracks connection. Making a connection. What do they do? Okay, Instagram says, here's a suggested post. What does the person do with it? Do they scroll past? Do they tap it? Do they have all of these touch points that tell them this video is going to be successful, or this post, or this reel, or whatever it is, this piece of content is going to be successful, and we're going to show it to more people? Versus what happens when it doesn't connect with anybody? Instagram says, hey, it's not connecting with anybody. We're pushing it to the back. Regardless of your followers. You can have 1 million followers. Doesn't matter. Not on Instagram. And that is what people are not getting. They're sitting there fighting and crying and yelling at the CEO. And I have people on my thread that say, listen, I'm tired of you people crying about Instagram. Instagram for Business even made a post about you guys crying about it. They're making fun of you, and you're still standing there crying instead of getting the work of making the content that connects with an audience.
And you're right.
It doesn't have to be a reel. It could be a post. It could be a carousel post. It could be a story. Whatever it is, Instagram doesn't care what it is. It has to be content that connects.
Okay, it says 10,000 views, and it was 4 months ago.
4 months. Revisit this in a year. Watch. So that's what I said. YouTube is a nightmare. Pride and I like Jane Austen, Pride and Prejudice. If I didn't own a copy, I would go to the library and get it, and what? It's still there.
Right.
Think of another book. It's still there. It was made 200 years ago. People still reading it. They're still making movies. They make TV shows. They make miniseries off of that piece of content. And that's like 200 years old.
Trying to make it happen does not work. You try and tweak the recipe to try. Okay, what did you put out there? I don't. For whatever reason, they like microwave video. The
So,
other ones, I don't. None of the other ones are that high.
but see, the thing I love about YouTube is that you're going to make content on this channel that's going to hit with some people and not with others.
Exactly.
The next video you make is going to hit with a totally different audience, and that's okay. That's good because YouTube is showing it to people who are interested.
Right.
Interest based. This started with Google Plus, and people made fun of Google Plus, yada yada yada, blah blah blah. I was like, this is the greatest thing ever. Interest based. It was not based on who you followed, your friends and family. It was
No.
interest based. And there's lots of communities that are still together because of Google Plus, bringing them together around an interest.
Yes.
That's I don't know how else to put it. So people are like, oh, let me go buy some followers. Why? You just threw money away. Those are bots.
Oh my gosh.
They're not going to do anything.
Wait, somebody came to one of my clients and said, you know, if you give us $12,000, we can get you 2 million followers or something. I was like,
And
don't
what?
you dare.
And what? Take that money and hire somebody to make some excellent content for you.
Right. I was like, don't you dare. You gonna ruin your reputation because all these people are bots.
Make some get a expert in YouTube Shorts, YouTube Instagram Reels, and TikTok videos. Throw that 12K at them and watch it go.
Right.
Do that.
Oh my gosh. I was like, and then we went to go look at some competing people and found out that they had bought bots, and that's why they had so many millions.
But see, here's the other side of that. That lasts for a second because Instagram does a sweep. YouTube will do a sweep. They will sweep through and say these are bots. Boop, and your subscriber count, your follower count goes down, and you get upset. But those are empty calories, empty numbers. They don't do a thing for you. You want nutrition,
Right? Because I was like, don't do it.
Why
Don't
is it?
do it. Well, we can have 2 million. How are you gonna get 2 million overnight?
To do what?
Oh
What
my
are
God.
okay? So ask them, what would the 2 million people that you bought do? Because what is your goal? Is it to have 2 million followers, or is it to sell something, or to have
Right,
people
because
buy
these people
your
are
stuff?
not going to buy. Yes, and I was like, they're not going to buy anything from you. They just they got paid to stand in the line.
I saw a picture. I didn't save it, and it was a young man. I'm assuming in an Asian country, and he was sitting in front of a wall of phones. Like it was like 1,000, 2,000 phones on a wall, and they were all connected. It was a bot farm. So it's all little phones connected, and they do stuff with it. And I wish I had saved that picture because when you buy, you give your money. That's all you're getting that. That's not a person that's going to do anything. It's just a number that shows up. And for some reason, people want to have, well, it looks bad. Really? It looks bad to me to spend 12K on some fake numbers when you can spend 12K and have somebody make you some excellent content that gets
Mhm.
you what you want. And you don't even have to get it for 12K. You can go to Fiverr, or you can, wherever. There are some great people out there know how to make great content for you for less than 12K.
Mhm. I think
Mark has a comment about your microwave
my
video.
history video. He said it should. Who knew that it would become a Lifetime movie?
And you guys, anybody can do this. What she's done with the facelift videos because of AI. And then when Sora comes around, I'm just saying, get ready. I think I said at the beginning of this with ChatGPT that it was going to be content everywhere. That everybody's going to make content because it's going to be made in the blink of an eye. Blink of an eye. And then it was like, well, who's going to watch it? It's because we get used to seeing it. The AI thumbnails on YouTube, it used to stand out. Now they don't because everybody does a generative AI YouTube thumbnail. and you go, oh, that's not a real person. But it's going to be to the fact where we don't care because it's going to be the content. Oh,
Right.
yeah, okay. And you
The
click on it.
information is what you wanted.
Yes.
You
Yes.
really didn't care about the box and the packaging. You just wanted the stuff that was in the box.
No, and I was like that when we first started with image generation with AI. I remember it was Dolly 2 or whatever. I was like, this is ugly stuff. Now we're at the point where it looks real. And we're at the point where we're used to seeing it, so
And
it doesn't stand out.
Didn't you share the cat Friday?
Yeah, I think I made a thing of a cat, and image of a cat with Firefly, and I put it on my post because I wanted to see who would catch it. And then one of my friends, who he's a real technical person, so he was like, "Oh, the shadow and this." So I was like, "David, you're going to catch it," but the average person is not. They're going to be like, "It's a cat." Look out the window, the sun shining on the.
It was, and it was a cat, and I'm like, oh, that's a nice cat. It
Right.
made you feel like, oh, that's
And guess
such a
what?
nice.
Let me scare you. It's going to be even more like a cat to where you won't be able to tell. That's why they have to mark everything. That's why Meta is doing the metadata of marking AI images, because you won't be able to tell. We talked about that Pope picture. That was the beginning of it, where it crossed the line of, okay, before we knew it was a deep fake, and then that Pope picture, and then we crossed the line, and it was like, okay, I'm not sure. Like, why is he wearing a designer bubble coat and this? Like, it could be him, because that's where technology is going to get us. But they're going to have to put things in place to where it says this is AI, this is not.
Because this has been going on well before then. This was back in when they had the trials and stuff going on. I said, you cannot sit up there and show a picture of something and say that, because Adobe at that time, Adobe Photoshop, you could make anything. You can put a pair of shoes on somebody. You could do anything. So you can't trust that.
No, we can't. Now we can't trust video, because there was a point where if it was video, we knew that was live, that was real. But now we're at a point where it may be a fake.
You can't trust video, and you definitely can't trust audio. I think we were doing this on, I don't know if it was one of our Friday shows or you brought it up about Adobe again, where they tweaked the voice and had had people talking, and you just knew, and they just because they sampled a few words from somebody.
Yeah, you can clone a voice. Yeah. Real easy.
You can clone your own voice.
Yes, you can clone your own voice. You can do, they've done Barack Obama, all these kind of things. So this is where people are testing the limits of AI, poking at it, doing all these things, because that's going to bring it apart to where, okay, we have to put things in place to say this is AI, this is not AI, because you won't be able to trust your eyes, your ears. And that's a scary thing. It is scary, but just realize that technology moves at this pace. And there's a name for it. I keep forgetting the name of it. It's not Occam's razor. Something else where the speed, as it speeds up, everything gets faster. There's some kind of mathematical thing. I can't remember what it is, but it's going to get big. It's going to be faster. And I remember hearing somebody talking about, well, when is technology going to slow down? It's going too fast. And I'm like,
okay, that boat has sailed. And come back again. We are not going to slow down.
Strap on. Hold on. That's all you can do. And I always tell, I have a lot of older neighbors and older people I talk to, and they're saying this, and I said, listen, drop whatever doesn't make sense. You will not need to know the inner workings of things like coding. People say, oh, you send your kids to code. No, you don't need that anymore. AI is going to be the foundation of it, to where you're just going to do to your voice assistant, and you're going to say something and it's going to appear. And you won't need to know how the cheese, or what went into the sausage, how was the cheese made. You don't need to know that. You're just going to get the cheese. Like,
I think Watson with IBM, Watson X is doing that right now. They had the commercial of the girl. She's trying to figure out how to code something. She said, oh, you don't need to do that. You just need Watson X and to do this. And she was done with her code.
coding, if you're telling your STEM and all that, I'm sorry, it's dead because of generative AI. Those are the building blocks of generative AI. You will build on top of it. Coders that code now don't code from scratch. They have, generative AI do, and they know where to find the bugs. So that's what's happening. So I think we talked about it. We moved from the abacus to the calculator to remember the days before. So now we're there. So instead of them teaching kids the multiplication tables in school, they don't do, because that's a waste of time. You have a
Right.
device that you ask the air to give you that multiply, divide, this and that. You won't need to know those rules. Those are things that we will not need to know. And to people of a certain age, that sounds crazy to not need to know the multiplication. I was like, what do you mean you don't know the multiplication? They don't teach that because it's not a necessary skill anymore. And I'm thinking in my head, because they got new math, they do things differently. And I was going crazy. I was like, I don't know how to do this. We're gonna have to get a tutor or something, because they do some new math stuff I'm like, what happened to carry the one? They don't do that anymore. They do something else.
That we're becoming more and more like Star Trek. Computer. That just
right. And you won't need to know, well, how does the computer? They don't need to know that. They just give it a command. And
we still needed Jordy, because somebody needed to know how to fix the computer.
Yeah, but it was one person and not 100 people. One person. Right. So that's a good analogy. And that's a good example. Like anything that we've seen before, Star Wars and all these things that Hollywood does, those things are happening. So I mean, and all of this is coming around to say that things change with technology, with social media, with media. Things change, and we gotta keep up with it, or okay, well, that's too much for me. I'm gonna let it go, and that's fine too. That's fine. Chick-fil-A, they don't want they don't want this young lady influencer bringing them lots of customers. They can keep the older customer. That if they're happy with who they have. But Shake Shack went, no, we're gonna grab this tiger by the tail and get some of these Gen Zs to come over here. So those are the things that are happening. So I'm saying the follow is dead, and I'm like, don't worry. What I'm saying is really, don't worry about the follow. Things are set up with social media to where if you are making the right content, and that means for your audience, and you've done the work, because you've done the work of knowing your audience, what they like, what they don't like, social media says, hey, put the content up, we'll do the rest. Stop worrying about, I want all 30,000 people. No. Dr. Tachi says, sorry to say, older customers don't live forever. They would want the TikTok generation to form TikTok. Oh, I like that. But see, that's what it is. That things, the older generation dies off, the newer ones come in, and things change in waves. So, I don't know what else to say about this. It's just it's a new way, and I love that Linda. What did Linda say? Linda, if you're still here, thank you for saying that. What did she say? Here we go. Good to be alive in this time. I agree. Things are coming, guys, that is going to make our lives better, happier, improve. Yes, there will, things, the cost of things are going up. I'm hoping that there will be some kind of safety net to help those who are not able to, whatever, I'm not sure what's going to happen, but I'm just saying that the creator economy is here. It's not just for Gen Z. If you're 70, it's for you. If you're 80, if you're 90, it's still for you. I'll speak real quick before we end. Gary V had a video. He went on a podcast called Retirement Home. Guess what it's about? I got to finish watching the video. Guess what it's about? Bunch of older people sitting around with a podcast, and he's on the podcast. I think it's called Retirement Home. So I went to their YouTube channel. They've got all these videos with younger people. And they're talking about different things in the world. So that's what I mean about 70, 80, whatever. They got a podcast. I meant to check and see if they had some sponsorship or something. I was just so blown away. Let me see if I can bring it up real quick before we end.
Because that's a good idea, though, because we keep saying it that we need to have the seasoned people give the younger people some help, but the younger people are driving the thing, right?
Yes.
I'm like, okay, so we need to stay connected so you can find out what's happening.
It's called Retirement House Podcast. Let me bring it up real quick. I was so tickled when I saw this thing.
Yeah, she said, my mom was, and Linda said, my mom was 98 and used the internet and FaceTime every day until she passed.
Linda, I love you. I mean, I did love you before. I really love you now. See, look. It's not about the younger people. Look, Retirement House Podcast, the show you didn't know you needed. They're on TikTok. They have 39 subscribers on YouTube, 18 videos. Let me see what TikTok is saying.
And they got Gary V. Who else they got up in there? Shoot,
that's how I found, because Gary V video popped up for me. And I was like, what the heck is this? So now here's Retirement House. Let's see what they got. They've got 139 million likes.
Okay, but they dancing too. Okay, but that's okay. Their audience.
Yes, they can dance, but then they got some. Let's look at this one.
We partnered with Fork, Milk, Kidnap to review the game. Let's see how it goes.
Throw a slab of cheese at? Swap faces with? Elect as president?
A jar of expired mail? The player to your left? Your boss.
Okay, let me stop that. So it looks like they got a deal with whatever game that is.
Right.
Here they were on Gary V. This was, and I saw that. So it's 16 year citizens. Let's see what this.
Most excited about doing a podcast I've been in years. The world needs 5,000 of these shows. We need to get these conversations going. Gen Z has it better than boomers by 1,000 miles. Thank you. Please tell them about when you.
Okay, so I saw the video. I haven't finished watching it. Is this one? Let me
smile when she watches this. This is the most excited about doing a podcast I've been in years.
So that's the one that I saw.
Oh, that's good.
It's called Retirement House Podcast. They're on YouTube. I didn't know they were on TikTok. Oh my God, they got like 100 and something people. Okay, I'm following. Yes.
Glenda said, "Okay, I'm following them today."
I think they had a interview with Glow. What is her name? Glorilla, the rapper. Glorilla. I think that's her name. I'm not up on. I don't keep up on like who the new rappers, but I think they had one with her. So they do it with younger people, but they're all in their 70s and up, and they have a podcast, and they've got sponsorship deals, and look. So that's what I mean. That's a good time to be alive. So it's not about, oh, you follow him on TikTok. Good. I just discovered them. It's like, let me go and see. But see, this is what it's about. The opportunity to make income is here.
But this is how the what did you say? This is how the engagement comes, because you just shared it with us, and now people are clicking over there to see. Oh, let me see who else they talk to.
Right. So then, like I said, I saw them because Gary V was on the episode, and he's always. I thought it was his podcast because he's always talked about there should be a podcast with older people. Like he always talks about going to a retirement home and talking to the people there. He's talked about it for years, and I thought that this was his podcast, but no, it's their podcast. Like they're actually in a retirement home. They sit around, they have the mics with the cords, and they just talk about everything. And they have a younger person there to facilitate the question. Like it's always a younger person. So to that, Gary is younger to them. I think Gary's like 48 or something. So that's young to them, but they talk about stuff, and you would think, who needs that? The world needs that.
Right. We need wisdom, because we won't have another blab moment if we did. Linda said, done, just followed.
Yeah, I didn't know they were on TikTok. I'm gonna look at that too. But see, they're dancing, and that's cute because it's like, oh, look at the older people in the retirement home dancing, but they're doing it in the right way. So it's creator economy is not young or old. Real quick before we leave, I had the stats. So it's gonna it could approach a market size of $500 billion by 2027. This growth is driven by an increase in digital media consumption and advancement in technology that lowers barriers to content creation. That's it. That's it. So when we talk about the digital divide, and unfortunately people getting left behind, but the opportunity there to not get left behind because you only need a phone. And you don't need an iPhone. You don't need an iPhone 55 or whatever it comes out. Just a phone that records video and audio, and you talking to the camera or a group of people like retirement home. That's all you need. You don't need fancy this, that, and the other. And then it's going to get to the point like with Fran that she has the facelift, and there's lots of faceless channels, even on Instagram, YouTube, wherever, where you don't have to be the voice of or the face of, but there will be tools easy to use that you will make content that connects. That's all we need. We're not about followers. Content that connects. Put them in the customer journey, either to buy from your business, or if you're this influencer and you want the sponsorship, brand deals, here you go. That's how it works.
Yep.
That's it.
Thank you, Linda.
Thank you, Linda.
Thank
you. We will. And that's it for today. I mean, I could talk about this a lot, but this is what it is for this week, that finding this out and seeing what's happening, and getting on board. That's what it's about. Get it on board now. You're not losing out. It's never too, is it too late to start? I think we talked about that a few weeks ago. No.
It is not. So TJ is here every Tuesday with us, and then also on Fridays she's here with Tech Divas, where we're talking about all things tech, media, and social media, everything you need to keep up to date. So you don't have to go swim the entire internet ocean. You can come right here Monday through Friday at 8 a.m. and get some information. You can connect with TJ and make sure that you connect with her, because she'll give you updates like this. We got it here first. What was his name? The lady Mira the Siren.
Mira the Siren. You'll see her. So you'll see her. She'll be on the news, or she'll be somewhere you are. You're gonna see it. You're gonna see it. You're gonna run into it. And Mark says, "Happy birthday, Francine. Better and better your gift. Happy birthday." Can you do? I can't do the birthday stuff or whatever.
Okay, because I don't remember which one they are. Either this one or balloons. Normally,
something that makes the balloons come down.
And then Terry tells me I need to stop and
happy birthday. We can't sing happy birthday. I don't know.
No, we don't.
Has the music. Yeah, it's not. It doesn't. It doesn't do it for me because I got the Logitech.
Yeah, it normally does it for me, but I'm not being patient or something.
Coming up. What's going on, Apple? I thought.
Well, anyway, it normally have some that one isn't working.
Music. There it is. There's the hearts. Happy birthday. There should be the confetti. Wouldn't it one with
balloons?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, anyway, thank you, everybody. We got the confetti to fall.
Yeah.
Follow TJ. Follow Bizchicks at bizchicks.net. Or biz to 33, so text biz to 33777, wherever I put this. Oh,
you got it. Yeah, there it is.
Yeah, and just becoming a part of the community, we will give you updates and just information that you need to take the hassle out of your hustle. That is why we are here.
Yeah, and I want to say one thing before we end. Keep it simple. Don't this is what happens. You try to complicate it, you won't get anything done. Simple. Your phone. Start with that. Just keep it simple.
And that's what the young lady did. She had her phone sitting up here like this, and she wasn't using.
Right. That's what Gen Z, they do this. This is why you have Keith Lee with the food review and he's in the car. This is what they do. It's low production. It's not, I need, the Tyler Perry studios with the Hollywood. That's not what it is. That's not content that connects. So take a cue from this young lady, and Risa Tisa and Keith Lee and the other one that Dr. Tati told about, Jordan the Stallion. Yeah. So there'll be more. And this is where we're going.
Good.
Think Old Man Steve. Remember him?
Remember, yes.
Think Old Man Steve.
Okay, and Mark has his podcast out today. Woohoo! Mark is so happy for that.
Just do it.
About perfectionism. Just don't wait, just do it. I was just gonna say just post it. See, that's it right there, TJ.
Just post.
Record and post.
Yes.
Record and post. And that could be video or audio. Record.
Don't overthink it. Don't overthink it. Like Fran said, she got a channel. Not overthinking it. The YouTube channel.
And then Dr. Tachi, IndieSoupMedia.tv is out.
Yes.
And we're like, yay.
Yep. IndieSoupMedia.tv. So just get out there and make some content. Don't overthink it. Don't, the followers, people are going to talk about it. Just do it. It's going to connect with somebody. And once you get that connection, then that'll take you to the next thing and the next thing. And you'll know what to do and say. And it will grow from there. Okay. Whether it's 100 million or 10,000. It's not about the follow.
Yes. So thank you all for tuning in. We'll be back next Tuesday with some more good stuff. And then on Friday, we'll be back as well. Tomorrow is Wednesday. Coach Karen is coming in talking about money. And then Thursday, Robin is talking happy, healthy habits. So we will see you then. Looking forward to another week of some great content. Thank you.
Thank you, everybody.
Right. We're here to help you take the hassle out of your hustle, and we'll see you next week.
Bye, everybody. Thanks.